What up, beautiful people? It is an honor and a pleasure to be back in front of you again. I am your guy, Mr. Pure Hustle, aka the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. And so, thank you for joining me again today as we get ready to go through another amazing book review. And so, again, do a small few housekeeping rules. We created this channel as a vision for me to be able to have another opportunity of pouring back into people some of the things that I've taken in that has allowed me to build the businesses that we currently have. And of course, you know, those of you that follow this channel, you know that the Prime Real Estate Network, each and every week we bring you an amazing episode of an entrepreneur that's either in the real estate space or any other businesses. We've had skincare, different opportunities that come in, they pour into you or drop gems about the things that they're doing that have allowed them to, you know, build their businesses. And so we bring them to you each and every week as well. Also, my business partner in the real estate firm, as well as my business partner in the podcast, both who share the last name Davis. On Mondays, they bring you an amazing show where the Coach Davis actually answers questions that's dealing with the real estate industry, contracts, and pretty much anything you can think of. So most definitely take an opportunity to tune into that. But again, today I'll be bringing you another amazing book review. And one of the things that I want you to keep in mind, please make sure that you share, like, subscribe below. If you have a book that you'd love for me to comment on or love for me to take a closer look at, then make sure you leave that in the comment section. And I want you all to know that you appreciate it. So with no further ado, the book that I've chosen this week is The Alchemist. Yeah. Now, I would like to say Paulo's last name, but I think it's Paulo Coelho or something of that matter. But The Alchemist, an amazing book. It's a not a hard read. It's roughly about 200 pages. So it's not a hard read, but it's an amazing story. It's a fun story. And I think what I take away from it and why I think so many people really like this book is it's not telling you, hey, you can go out and save the world and be the greatest thing in the world. It's not talking to you along those lines. But what it does communicate is something that we go through as everyday people. You know, we walk into our own challenges. We walk into feeling like we're stuck and that we want to make a change, and then figuring out if we can go into that direction and making that change. So with The Alchemist, some of the things that's taking place is it's a young man, roughly about 18 years old, decides that he doesn't like the way the journey that his life is on, so he wants to try to switch it up. Well, along this journey, he's bumping into different people. You know, some people end up taking advantage of the young man, and he's a shepherd boy, so he ends up losing some things, losing a lot of things, and then he finds his way to where he's working at a crystal shop, and so he finds a way to do what most of us try to do in our businesses. How do we find a way to add value, grow our business, and have people more intent about us? Well, as he was getting settled in, he got a job with this crystal guy, crystal merchant, clean the crystals and made it more advantageous for people to come and stop by and want to purchase them. So he found himself doing well at it, also helping a crystal merchant sharpen his skills and build his business out even more as well. And so, you know, a lot of times I think about it is that even in our businesses, a lot of the way that I look at this storyline is that you never can just be satisfied. You can never buy into the fears that you can't grow or that you can't pivot, right? You can pivot. You can change the vision that you may have had in your career, the vision that you may have had in your life, and think you can change that. And, you know, with circumstances that we've all seen over the last 2 years, we know that pivoting is something that you have to get accustomed to. So as this young man, Santiago, decides to change his journey and he's taking a trip through Africa and coming in contact with some people that took advantage of him, he found a way to get back to the money, right? And so I think this book has a good piece of religion in it, or faith. So you can have an opportunity to discover your faith. You know, it talks about just meeting different people and how do you trust strangers, right? How do you, for us that are at networking events and we're meeting somebody for the first time and how do we find a way to pour into them as well as have them pour into us, and it be a trust factor involved in that? And so a lot of these things, as you listen to this, as you go through this book and you're reading it, you're taking notes and you're like, wow, like I've seen that happen to me. Or wow, you know what? That's a term that I'm hearing people use all the time nowadays. How does that make sense in where it is that we're going or my career looks like right now? So with that being said, I've went through The Alchemist 2 times. There's another book, I can't think of it right now, but I'm sure it'll be on a book review as well, that this author has written that's very, very good. And again, I think that I like the way that it talks about the journey. And as he puts the pieces together through his journey, you know, I find that there's the things that in real life that we're dealing with as well, or that I've dealt with, and that has motivated me to be like, okay, you know what? I see that. I didn't see it that way, but now I see it at a different angle. So with that being said, again, we appreciate you. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you like this book, most definitely feel free to click on one of the links below. I'll put down my Amazon, and then I also have down there the Audible account, just in case you are a listener more than you are a reader. So both of those will be in the body below. So please feel free to, again, like, subscribe, share. If you want to know more about those books, click on them, and it may be something that'll fit for you as well. So you have a great evening. You got Larry W. Brooks, aka the Texas Real Estate King. I appreciate you.